Morning guys, Health Exists Outdoors here. Welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, this is the place where we hunt, we fish, we kayak, we backpack, we forage, we hike, we adventure. Did I say hike twice? I may have. We cook and we eat wild game. We do everything outdoors. It's all about being a participant in the natural world and existing outdoors. If you're into any of that stuff, then you have to subscribe to the channel. I don't make the rules, YouTube does. I just play by them. So you're gonna have to subscribe to the channel. You're gonna have to go ahead and hit that bell. That way you're notified every time we post new content. So what are we doing this weekend? Well, it looks like we're about to go through a big mud puddle. This weekend we are backpacking. This is Miss Megan, my girlfriend. This is actually her first backpacking trip ever. I don't know which way to go here. It's so muddy and rocky. So hopefully she does all right. Maybe by the end of this thing, she'll be able to give you guys a few tips and tricks for your beginner backpack. There's supposed to be extremely pretty views here. This is in the Dolly Sods of West Virginia. The landscape here actually really reminds me of when I'm out in Colorado doing some elk hunting. Unfortunately, we don't get those big vista views today because of all the fog, but we're gonna make the best of it anyhow. Again, Dolly Sods, West Virginia. It's absolutely gorgeous here. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Check it out online. You guys won't be disappointed.
Are you filming?
Absolutely.
Oh.
If you fall in the water, there's no chance I don't want to get that on film.
Oh boy. This is questionable.
Is this sketch town?
How are you doing this? Holding that camera?
Hopes and prayers.
Bad news bears.
This is Bad News Bears Trail. It's nice little clear water. Looks like it'd be beautiful little, real small trout type fishing.
There's a little campsite right here.
Is there? Yeah, there's no fishing in the Dolly Sods, guys. It's not against the rules or regulations or anything. It's just that the water pH levels are so out of whack that the fish just don't make it. So a lot of people have tried coming in here and fishing with not a lot of luck. So
Well.
breathing heavy. Thank you. What'd you find?
An anthill.
An anthill. How big is it?
It's an ant mountain.
It's over your knees. Anyhow.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. One back here too.
One right there. There was one
Yeah,
further
we passed
back
a lot
there.
of ones further back.
Wild. This is wild.
Pretty sweet, huh?
It's awesome.
Can't fit.
Like that's something from a movie.
That's pretty. We're still on Bear Creek.
Bear
What
Rocks.
is it? It's just best I don't do the navigation.
I don't know where we are.
Bear Rocks Trail.
Yeah.
Still. Do me a favor. Look way off in the distance and make it look like you're really like cool and studying the lay of the land and all that, and then like deep in thought in the natural world.
Are you filming me?
Yeah.
You're so stupid.
Oh shoot. It's pretty up here though for sure.
It's too pretty.
Too pretty.
You're gonna have too much footage to go through.
Agreed. Just saw some deer way out there across where we were just looking, just kind of chatting, and she looked up and was like, look at the deer, look at the deer. I don't know, maybe 125, 150 yards. Probably more than that, just because the scale of everything's off, because you can see so far. I tried to get some footage of them. It's probably a little shaky.
He was excited.
I like ripped the camera off and tried to get it all set up real fast and use my trekking poles as a rest. We'll see. We'll see. That may or may not make the final cut, and I'll try to put it in for you guys. It was cool just to see them out there running. We've already spooked out a few from where they were at, and these were out there a good little ways, but it was cool seeing them come across in front of us. So. Raven Ridge Trail. The intersection of Bear Rocks Trail and Raven Ridge Trail.
So we're gonna go this way, towards the right, up Raven Ridge, and then up there will be at the intersection for Beaver View Trail. We're gonna pass that and just keep going. Not today.
Which way are we going? Continuing on Raven Ridge. Like everything about this place reminds me of being out west and like elk hunting, and like right now I just want to have something here in my hand, like down and like creep through here. I'll be back there a little bit, just out of the clearing, so that I could see into the clearing easier, but I just want to like sneak along and like just come through nice and easy. You don't want to spook anything. It's very, very Western-esque. Alright, and where are we heading from here?
That way?
The whole way up and across there, guys. I have the lens locked right now, so I can't zoom for you. There we go, I fixed it now. The whole way over there is where we're heading. How far away is that?
I don't know.
A ways.
Once we get to Rocky Ridge,
Yeah?
it's not going to be pleasant.
Why is that?
Out here, it's full of rocks.
Appropriately named?
Rocky Ridge.
Rocky Ridge. Alright guys, still continuing on here. We just stopped, I don't know, for maybe 15 or 20 minutes. Grabbed some energy bars out of the packs and stuff. Had a little quick bite. Had some water and got back at it. As you can see, the sun is out and is blaring. And it is baking us now. So, not only does the landscape and the terrain change so much at Dolly Sods to make it super unique, but so does the weather. So,
It's fun.
very muddy in there. But yeah, we stopped back there for just a quick bite, and it was an absolutely beautiful spot too. I mean, you could see for a ways both directions. Just super pretty. I just want to set a spotting scope up and just start picking apart the land just to see what I can see out through there. It's extremely pretty. But we're back on the trail now, and like I said, stopped raining, the fog is gone, and now the sun is cooking us.
You can go this way.
This is what my navigator brought me into. Yeah, I think we'll go over here.
Watch your feet. Oh, that's a wobbly rock.
A wobbly rock. Oh, sure is. Alright guys, so we just got to the intersection for the Raven Ridge Trail. It's back here. Hopefully you can see that. I can't tell if you can or can't. When you get here to that guy, you're going to want to go to the left.
This way.
That is where you want to go. Do not go this direction. As you see, it is private property. Make sure you go left here to the Raven Ridge Trail. Make sure you know where you're at. Your GPS is accurate so that you don't end up on private property. You could hold it and film me. Nah, she's not gonna do it, and I'll show you why she's not gonna do it here in a second. We just split off the trail here. Back here behind us is where all these windswept rocks are, and they are super freaking cool. I mean, really neat, and the view off of that ridge is really neat. But when you come to this side of the ridge and look out, this is like the view of the trip that everybody talks about. And there's a really neat little rock formation built up here. Hopefully you guys can hear me still. Where you can sit your tent in there to try to be blocked from the wind a little bit. And there is a campfire, camp ring here. And as you can see, there is some furniture made to sit down and apparently take a load off. Oh shoot, but look at this view. I mean, that's way over there too, guys. Like, that's not close at all. There's a lot of pictures you can find online and a lot of videos on YouTube that shows this place. It just, we've watched them all, we've looked at them all. It just doesn't even compare to what you actually see once you get here. I mean, it is super nice, guys. It really is. Alright guys, hopefully you can hear me because it is windy. That's kind of what I want to touch on. It's so windy up here. So you get some really neat windswept rock formations like this guy. It's pretty cool. And then enough people have obviously been here exploring. It's neat. I mean, the wind is a chooching.
Oh, well, come over here.
Oh, no way. It's neat.
Crazy.
It's wild, huh?
Wind.
Wind.
You see me?
I see you. Yeah, it's really neat. I tried to get her to climb up on top of it. It didn't happen.
I'm gonna
guys hear that? Aces. Megan's feeties are hurting her right now. And her hip. And her ankles. But she's still kicking it. She's doing really good.
Not fun. I hate it here.
I thought you were the navigator. What happened?
Rocky Ridge is difficult.
The trail, guys, is over there. We were up in there. It's a little bit harder to follow the trail here just because it's so rocky. You can't follow just stomped brush.
And the cairns make no sense. These cairns that people put out, who's in charge of the cairns? They're not very good at it.
They're in the wrong spots. That's what she says. We'll keep on getting after it.
Wow. It's so neat.
Super smooth. Not you, the rocks. Think I'm gonna fall?
Hope not.
Hope not either.
Oh my god.
It's a fun area. Alright guys, yeah. Walking down through this really cool area, what you just saw. Saw a nice little camp spot in here. Thought we'd come in and just like at least look at it. Got a nice big fire ring here, and I just don't know what goes through someone's head. There's foil in here, there's all kind of aluminum foil. There's an aluminum bar, what is this? Soup can, vegetable barley. No one should be eating that anyhow. And then they cut down this tree to burn. Now it's obviously still green and you can see it because it didn't burn. Right? Because they couldn't find any wood in here that was down to burn. Okay? Couldn't find anything to burn. And there's so many trees in here that are just cut off down at the base so someone can burn it. And it obviously doesn't burn. It's too green to burn. Like,
You can see all like the little
what
stumps.
are we doing? Yeah, they're just a bunch of little stumps there now where they cut them off to burn. Like, I just don't get it. It's super pretty in here until you do stuff like that.
PSA for the day.
PSA for the day. Just trying to be helpful. Alright guys, here's another intersection. Did I say that right? Intersection. We came from this way. We're going this way, yes? This way is the Dobbin Grade Trail again, where it loops back up, and that's the muddy one, right?
Yeah.
We go this way so that we don't get muddy. Although it hasn't been hateful, just from everything we saw online and on YouTube and stuff, it sounded like it was going to be pretty rough, but really it hasn't been hateful.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah. You all believe in jinx? Drop it down in the comments. You believe in jinx? I got some buddies that argue about this all the time. Let's see what they say. So, yeah, let me know.
So we've reached the intersection of Blackbird Knob Trail, and then we're going to keep going straight that way to Big Stone Coal. And about halfway down that way, hopefully, we'll be finding a spot to take our shoes off.
I'm looking for water more than a camping spot.
Water.
I'll camp anywhere, I just need some water.
Water and Crocs.
Alright guys, so we just kind of got to a spot here in the woods where we think we're going to camp at. It's all these spots that have all the fire rings, and then thankfully somebody left us a whole bunch of wood behind, so that'll be nice. We don't have to scavenge too much for wood. And Megan has picked out the spot for the teepee. It's going to go right back here in this big open hole here. Should be able to sleep with our heads uphill a little bit, so We are going to throw that out, and then we're going to go. The creek is right down over here. We're going to drop in. We're going to fill up our water bladders, our Nalgene's. Probably soak the feet in the creek for a little bit just to try to cool them off. And
Find a missing croc.
she lost my croc. She's supposed to be watching to make sure nothing fell off the back of my backpack. Camp is set up, at least the teepee set up. We are now backtracking to see if we can find the lost croc. The mystery is still out on it, and then we're going to stop back here at the creek, and fill up the Catadine. This is the base camp. I want to say it's the base camp 6 liter, and we are dying for water. I mean, we still had water as we were hiking. What we want right now is cold water.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Voila.
5 good liters. Alright guys, about to make some dinner. We got Megan's going already. She's having a Ready Wise meal. Pasta Alfredo with chicken. Never had any Ready Wise meals, to be honest, so this is kind of going to be a little bit of an adventure. See what we got. Heard good things and I've heard bad things. But yeah, we got Megan's going already because she's pretty hungry, but we're going to go ahead and get mine going now. 2 cups. 16 ounces, or is that 32 ounces, Justin? I don't remember.
Oh boy.
He's rolling now, JB. Ain't no doubt.
That thing is loud.
It is loud. That's the only thing about them is they do chooch. 12 to 15 minutes. Golly.
Set a timer on your phone.
Alright guys,
Holy.
food's ready. And as you can see, we got a little bit of a fire going. Warm up a little bit because I actually got kind of chilly underneath there. Presentation doesn't look bad. How's yours look?
Not horrible. I shouldn't have licked this end of the thing though. Crap.
It's not a bad presentation. Teriyaki chicken and rice. Hopefully you guys can still see us through the fire.
I got pasta Alfredo. What?
Is this your first dehydrated meal ever?
Yeah. No, I had the biscuits and gravy.
That doesn't count. That's amazing. You guys can see I'm still running 1 crock and my fancy sock. Second crock was not found.
Operation Croc was a failure. Oh, that is good.
Is it good, or is it good because you're mad hungry?
I don't know.
It's good enough though.
I don't think I mixed mine enough. Still good though.
Alright guys, so we're about call it quits for today. Well, we do like 9.4 miles, so pretty nice little hike. Fire's out, completely out. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and hit the hay. We had some cookie dough bites for dessert, and try to get some good night's sleep. So we'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Alright guys, good morning, day 2. You can see we got an absolute mess, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that all cleaned up. And just that easy, guys. No, yeah, that felt like that was about 3 hours ago. We started packing up. That took forever, and that is the last time I'm doing one of them silly transitions, I can tell you that. But at least I'm out of my jammy jams now, and we can actually get packed up and get ready to get out of here. So yeah, let me show you something real quick though with the Catadine system. It's pretty sweet.
Yep.
Alright guys, this is the Catadine. It's the base camp. This is the 6-liter system. You saw us using it yesterday. Super easy to use. Just kind of dip it down in the water. Moving water makes it really easy. And then it's super convenient to just fill everything up. We fill up our Nalgene's with it. And then this end can actually plug right into most of your Camelback systems. Any of your drinking hydration systems plugs right into it. And it'll fill it straight up with that without having to worry about spilling. It's pretty slick. I really like it. The only consideration would be if you're in freezing temperatures. If you're in freezing temperatures, the filter's gonna freeze, and that's no bueno. It's got a little shut off for when you're switching bottles. It's not bad. Alright guys, we officially just took our first few steps here on today's hike. We are leaving our spot. Not 100% sure what the plan is and direction is. Plans may have changed a little bit. We're not 100% yet what's going to happen. Megan's pretty busted up and bruised up and got a lot more blisters than she's used to. She gets them in
Obscure places.
Yeah, crazy places. So, and then she didn't sleep very well last night. It was a tough night. Very warm inside the teepee together.
It was hot. It wasn't warm.
She puts off 1,000,000 degrees, guys. I'm not kidding you. She is just like a straight heater inside that thing. We got to hang out in the middle of the night a little bit with the camp light on, so that was fun and cute. Did hear some coyotes last night howling away, which is really cool. And then there was a screech owl, what it sounded like in the area too, that kept everybody up around here. So let's get out of here.
So we just came from Big Stone Call, which is where we went down yesterday. So we came back up, and now we're gonna head this way on Blackbird Knob. And about halfway down there, we'll decide where we want to go from there.
See what our future holds. Pretty rocky through this area for sure. It's a tough one to film. Trying to hold the camera and my trekking poles and keep from
break an ankle,
busting myself, so
stay tuned.
It's definitely a neat part of the trail, but technical.
Yeah.
The ever-changing terrain and landscape of the Dolly Sod Wilderness. And right now, we are in what is known as the baking sun.
Oh.
Megan just said a few minutes ago, next nice shady spot we have, we're gonna sit down and bite on some energy bars. Guess what? That was a while back. It is a hot one today, boys. I'll guarantee it. We are finally heading into some shade, I think. We just came through a bunch of open meadows and it was hotter than a pistol. We are passing the Harmon Trail intersection right now. If you guys have a map and you're kind of following along, we just passed that. That's kind of where we're heading back in the shade at. Everything after that, or before that, whichever way, everything we just came through, hot. No shade to be found. It was just meadow after meadow after meadow. Pretty rough. Yeah, it looks like now we're gonna head back into some cooler stuff, some more shady type. Just joking. More meadow and more. Can't even look up there to show you guys. It is blistering. It looks like we're gonna get shade here in a little bit again.
It's a joke.
I knew she wouldn't believe me. But yeah, boy, it is hot. But we're doing pretty good. Megan's setting a pretty good pace today, I'll be honest. She's got me whipped right now for sure. So.
The creek.
Alright guys, I got my handy dandy map here. We are now sitting at the intersection of Blackbird Knob and Red Creek Trail. And I think what we're going to end up doing is just working the Blackbird Knob Trail the whole way out to Blackbird Knob Trailhead, and then we're going to hit the road, hitchhike.
No.
No? Okay. We're going to hit the road, and we're going to then go from Blackbird Knob Trailhead, and we're going to walk the road up to our Bear Rocks Trailhead for the day.
Take
So,
the easy way.
yeah, it's taking the easy way a little bit because we'll be walking the road. So I think the most important thing here to know, though, is I want to show you this. S loves K. Just so that you guys all know that. This is the intersection right here.
Okay.
Red Creek Trail. It's kind of a cool little intersection, too. All these roots above the ground and everything. The trails have so many different unique features about them. And we sat down here to rest and figure out our plan on this big rock. So it's a really pretty area, too. We are going to get packed up, loaded up.
We're packed up and loaded up.
Well, then we're ready. We're just going to work out this trail. So stick with us. We're still after it.
Heading down last half of Blackbird Knob. We ran into some girls a little ways back while we were having lunch, and they had a dog named Nellie that we got to pet. So 3 girls, if you see this video, thanks for letting us pet your dog.
Nellie was a wet, nutty dog.
Nellie.
She was a cutie. She was a golden retriever. She saw us before the girls saw us, and Nellie come running for pets and snuggles. And they're like, no, 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 wait. Those people may not like dogs. I was like, get back here, Nellie. Get back here.
Did it.
You did it?
Oh. That's nice.
I was feeling a little bummed out about taking Blackbird all the way to the road and taking like the easy way. But now I'm kind of actually glad because we've come across so many cool sites, like campsites. There's like this little pool right here. We never would have come across this creek if we didn't come this way. People come to the Dolly Sods and camp and get bored and just play with rocks and make furniture. It's awesome.
You should come over here.
Okay.
My stick got stuck. Pretty sure That's where Nellie the dog got muddy.
This is the current status.
It's getting hot again.
It is getting hot again. Sun came back out after that quick rain shower.
I think we're about to head back into these woods. This trail is never ending. I know I said a little bit ago I'm glad we came this way because of all those sweet campsites that we saw. But this last half is pretty boring.
The last half.
The last half is pretty boring. Oy.
Yeah, boring. Look at these views.
Yeah, that is nice.
It is nice, isn't it?
I'm ready to get a move on.
I guess I took too long of a break.
Yup.
We have reached the end of Blackbird Knob. We can hear cars. There's a wooden bridge.
I see cars.
Oh, yep. Not sure exactly how far we've hiked so far. We still got, I think it's like 2 miles up to the car. But hopefully it'll be a little bit easier terrain. We made it.
See how far you can see?
Oh, God.
Alright guys, just wanted to check back in with you. We are still walking this road. It is just a long, grinding uphill climb. Hopefully you can hear me. It's kind of windy. We are just walking in here to the this is the Beaver Dam Trail, and so pretty. You can see for so long. I've been saying it this whole time.
I told you so.
Well, that sucked. Oh, this is like a little over 2 miles, just long, dragging, straight, just but long uphill road walk. Whew. But we met her back to the truck, so that's the good news. But the view we're staring at right now, I'll try to clip it in here so you guys can see. We weren't able to see any of this yesterday when we came in because of how thick the fog was. So to be here now and just see what we kind of missed, it's pretty wild how much you can see from here and how much we couldn't see from here. All right, we're gonna get these packs off, and then I'm gonna set the camera up here real quick. We're gonna go and do a little bit of Megan's beginner backpacking advice. All right, guys. Got the packs back in the truck, and we thought we'd sit down here real fast for a minute or two and just kind of take you through our trip. We finished today at 18.2 miles for the total loop that we did, and it was like 9.4 on the first day and 8.8 today. Yeah, well, what do you think of your first time backpacking?
I think I could have definitely been more prepared than what I was. So I do need to look into getting a better sleeping pad for side sleepers.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Those sleeping pads, you tend to, all your weight on your hip ends up going right to the ground, and that's totally uncomfortable. And then the bag was a little bit too warm for what we had.
Yeah, Kyle does not normally hike in warm weather. So he did not have any warm weather sleeping bags. He's used to sleeping in the cold temperatures of Colorado. So those are the sleeping bags that he had and what we had to work with.
Yeah, so she was in a 20-degree bag, and it probably got down into the 60s last night, something like that.
Yeah. Low 60s.
Yeah, so she was pretty sweaty last night, and that's just uncomfortable.
Sticky.
Sticky. She does not like to be sticky.
And in pain.
Yeah, she wasn't able to get a good night's sleep because of the, you know, you're hurting at the end of the day, and which is fine, but normally you sleep and you recover.
Here's another thing. If you read online that it says, don't attempt this loop if you're a beginner, listen. Because I thought I would be able to handle 9 miles because where we normally hike, it's super steep hills and I'm, you know, perfectly fine. But this particular terrain with all the rocks kills you.
It's a very technical terrain
Kills
for sure.
Your feet, your legs. It works every part of your lower
Hips.
half that you don't even know you had muscles for. So if you're not used to that, I would not recommend doing that 9 mile.
I mean, 9 miles a day is pretty aggressive for
It was rough.
a beginner.
But
She did it. I mean, that's, you know, I mean, you did do it.
the scenery that you see as you're trucking all these miles just makes it all worth it.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Overall,
Fantastic.
I think she killed it. Like, I really do. I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm serious. I mean, it's like we said, that's not a beginner distance, a beginner terrain or anything. I mean, she's tough.
So now we're
she-
definitely going to be back
Yeah.
many times.
It was fun. It was absolutely fun. So, yeah, just appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you tagging along. Like I said, if you want to subscribe, we do everything outdoors on this channel. And then there's that little bell you can hit and notify you when we post when we post new content. And appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And if you know a good sleeping pad for a side sleeper, post it in the comments, please.